Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monifactory. Here we are today, episode 85. Last episode, we had just gotten done with the Captain K, and I think I did a little bit of tweaking off camera in regards to that. Remind myself where that room is again. Yeah, here it is. So, yeah, we had this whole convoluted, not really convoluted, overbuilt AE2 system down here. And the only thing that I was going to be using it for pretty much was going to be solidifying Captain K ingots. But, and maybe there is a way, maybe there isn't, I couldn't figure out a way to delegate craft automatic requesting of ingots on a subnetwork from my main network. So what I did do was just expose the Captain K to my main network, so that way we see it here. And if I were to take some out, it would put it back in. Oh, I should probably get a fluid cell for Captain K. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna be doing, unless I find a better method, of course, of storing. All right, so let's get you in there. I guess we'll take the overflow car. We're not going to be equal distributing anything. So let's get that into our bays. And boop, there we go. So now we have a little extra Captain K. Okay, and then beyond that, I think I made a Captain K sheet solidifier, or I put the sheet recipe into our existing solidifier, as it were. All right, so with that, we want to get into making the wetware circuit boards, right? And we're going to need the Petri Dish, we're going to need the Captain K sheets, and the growth medium. Now, thankfully, we make 16 of these at a time, so that would be a big deal. And I'm looking at this printed circuit board now, and we're going to need stem cells, skulk vein. Hey, it's a good thing we made that vine farm, didn't we? Or isn't it? Okay, I did not plan that. In any case, let's go to the quest book for a minute and remind myself what we're looking at. All right, late game. Here we go. So the wetware, that'll open up the neuro processing? Question mark? Oh, right. Okay, so that's the third step in that evolution of crafting. It's going to be a ZPM clean. Oh, we have that. It's not a big deal. I don't know why I was worried. We had the T6 miner. Yeah, so maybe we should get with the dragon egg situation going. Don't I have a 6? I have 6 of these, actually. So if I wanted to send off for some dragon eggs, we could do that, but we're going to need the dragon den data, and I don't think I patterned that off, did I? No. All right. So let's do a little segue, shall we? So this is going to go to the T2 miner, and we're going to get rid of everything else in the pattern. And yeah, it should be good. So let's go to T2, boop. So how many of these are going to be needed sent off for one T6 mission? About 8. Okay, so we don't really need all that much, honestly. Let's get that sent off. And if I need to pause, so be it. I will pause, but that was rather quick. How long is this going to take? 90 seconds. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so while that works, let's look at the stem cell thing again. So we're going to need a chemical reactor, and we're going to need it in the sterile clean room. Oh, beans. bacteria and XP juice. Okay, good. We have bacteria on supply. So we're going to want to get LUV power supply into our sterile clean room and I get a chemical reactor. So I'm probably going to have to request that. Did I not make an LUV reactor? Let me think about this. If I were to... That's the clean room. Where was the... Oh, right. I know where it is. Do I? Shoot. Oh, wait. I think it's down below. Yeah, there we go. That is the regular clean room. And here's sterile clean room. There we go. Okay. I could probably get a LCR in here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that worked pretty good. So why don't I do this? Let me go get a... Let's get a LCR. All right. That shouldn't take very long at all. Dragon Den data. I don't know if I need to hold that or not for any quests. Doesn't look like it. In any case, so now we have the data we can send off for the ship with the egg. And we're going to get some dragon scale and some dragon breath. Of course, that would be useful for gene fluid. Right here, the gene gasoline. I don't even know if we're going to need that at this point. And there's a whole lot of other stuff to do. We have hog, technically. Chloro. Oh, that looks like a whole trip. I mean, not too crazy, I don't think. Fluorine. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know, maybe another playthrough, either separately or... Yeah, probably separately. Or solo, rather. I might try to do gene. Anywho, let's get the dragon egg patternized. All right, so that's gonna be a T2 situation. Get rid of that, and there we go. T2. Oh, I need to upgrade our T2. There you go. Nope, not that. Okay, so because I'm gonna have to go down there anyway to put the pattern in, well, I'm gonna have to go down there to upgrade the thing. I will put the pattern in while I'm down there. Give me that. T2. All right, click. And in you go. Okay, so let's get that egg. And there we go. So I should have the LCR package already done up. Yep. So stem cells, we're going to need the LUV or better. Technically, I could just put an IV. If I go ZPM, I'm going to make it doubly fast. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's get LUV. We're going to need a diode first and foremost. We're going to need an LUV diode. We don't have a pattern. Okay. Just double checking. Everything's good there. And LUV energy hatch. I'm thinking we're going to need, yeah, we're going to need, we don't need a converter because we're going to be piping in the GregTech power via the diode. So that should be good. Just the energy hatch. Okay. Let's get the diode requested up. Diode. Oh. It would help if I looked for it first. All right. And here we are. So I got the diode, I got some wires, and I got the hatch. Now I just need to grab the LCR components. And let's get down there and get to building. Okay. So first, can I get in there, please? Okay, good. We have the hatches. Some part of me doesn't believe we can do a multi-block in here, but I'm sure I'll find that out briefly. All right, so boop, 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 boop. I think it's only machines that have a hatch, a muffler hatch, if I'm not mistaken. You and you. And let's see. You know what? We'll put the energy hatch probably here. We're gonna need that. Then we'll probably do the input output on the top here. So let's see. In, out, out. Now I might have to rearrange these as needed for pattern faces and such, but we'll see. All right, forgot the hatch, didn't I? Oh, okay, so it is working. Okay, so if that works, let's get an automatic hatch so we don't have to worry about this nonsense. And I have that, and I have that. Now we are going to have to break effectively this. Oh, the uh, the walls of our clean room because we're going to need to have a diode coming right here. Oh shoot, I was right. I do need an energy converter. All right, so we're going to need a 4 amp converter. All right, so with that in mind, where did I put my hammer? Hammer? Mallet? Where the blazes did that hammer go? There you are. All right, so we want 4, and that should do. All right, and pretty sure that's the right orientation for the wire. All right. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so we're gonna wait on that to pop. And I guess I could do some building while I wait. Okay, so cryo low bus. And that's one thing I got reminded about. I still need to make an EBF dedicated for signalum and aluminum so that I don't have to wait too long for the stupid things to craft. Okay, so stem cells. What was that? Okay, so we're gonna need the fluids, of course. Hmm. I might just make this an auto stock situation because this has a consumption chance, and I'll probably put these on the auto stocker, and I'll just fill in the dragon eggs as needed. Okay. So let's get that converter. That's done. And bada boopy. So that should be good and connected. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Okay, so let's rotate that. We're going to want to get a regulator. Let's go for 256 mil, 64 milli. Ew. Screw it. Let's go for an IV regulator. We're going to need a robot arm. see you at the input. So we're going to put U. Import. Keep exact. Oh, you should probably get a filter. All right. In you go. So we're going to want a skulk, catalyst, and an egg. What the? Okay. Keep exact. Good, good. Egg. Skulk. Awesome. Okay, so do we have a regulator? It's still making chips. I gotta figure out a way to make those faster. Okay. Looks like it's wrapping up. Hey, second now. I should probably put these on autocraft too. There we go. All right. So, boop. Import. Filter. Okay. So I gotta remind myself the numbers on this again. So let's do sterilized growth, bacteria, and XP. So bacteria, keep exact, boop, sterilized, XP juice. Good, good. Bacteria and sterilized. All right, so let's get this connected. Boop. Give me some conduit. I guess come over this way. That works. All right, so cool, cool. All right, so we get. Do I even have? Okay, so I have to put it on the auto stock situation. Not a problem. So let's go do that. Oh, you know what? I have the terminal. Let's do that. Skulk. Skulk catalyst. And these make in 16 and let's get that. Okay. So that should be, yep, good. And there you are. It's cooking. So that's taking 75 seconds because we're on the ZPM. Not bad, not bad. So, ooh, wait, is that is that 30 cells accurate? I wonder if that is. Wait, bacterial sludge. Oh, hey, wait. Yeah, we get some more of that. Or we get it back? It's making 500 millibuckets of that sludge. So it's kind of like a 1 to 1/2 situation there. So let's watch this. It's almost done. I want to see how many that it gives me at a time. And I'll probably put a limiter on this machine so we don't continue to make it too insanely. But I am going to want a big amount. Oh, right. I didn't put a face out here. Okay, so 23. So it wasn't 30, but it's more or less giving us an educated guess on what it's going to be. And then we have, yep, the sludge. Boop, boop. And okay, that's all gone. Good, good. All right, so let's actually, before I go, how many stem cells am I going to be needing? So that's going to be 4, 8. Let's do a healthy amount, just because there's going to be times where I'm not going to be online, so this can run. Okay, so stem cells. Let's go one. Oop, one. My numlock. There we go. Oh, I didn't. There. Okay. Stem cells. Neat. All right, we'll go ahead and put that back in. And let's see where we are. So the wetware. Now we need to make a Petri dish or Petri dish. I don't know. Cylinder mold, you say. So we can either use poly B or poly tetra. Poly B. Poly tetra. Let's go poly tetrafluoroethylene. That is like one of my favorite words, and I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna need a casting mold. Get that popped up, and a bada boop. Solidifier, yeah, let's go for solidifier. Pattern provider, no big deal. All right, so I should have some room somewhere, definitely. I took some machines down earlier. And I'll put you on there. We're gonna call IV Petri Dish. Doop, doop, and boop. Petri Dish. So there's PB, no, there's PTF, or is it PTFP, PTFE, I think. I'm not sure the abbreviation on that. Petri. Huzzah! Petri dish. Okay, so let's get on to making the wetware itself. Ropper. So that's gonna be an assembler, clean room, 4 buckets. We gotta get that changed out. Boop. All right. Right. That should be a cooking. Gotta make some roux with it though. That's unfortunate. I think I already did what I needed to with that requester terminal. Although a regulator might be nice to put in there. Take that off. There we go. That away, put that away. All right. Looks like it's wrapping up. Oh, okay, no. I think the assembly line is fine. Was fearing that it was going to get stuck for a minute. About 30 seconds in there. Shouldn't be that long now. All right, so XP juice, chloride, persulfate. Okay, I should be fine on that, I think. Now, is it even cooking? Too far. Where was... Did I screw up something here? Circuit assembler. Oh shit, I put it in the wrong. Bother. Okay, gotta back this out. There you go. Cancel you. Honey. Did put in the right thing this time, didn't I? All right, where the hell did I put it? Okay, now it's cooking. Did I forget to put an item back in? Oh, I can't sterile. All right, I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. I didn't see it before. Anyway, that's almost done cooking up. There we go. Wetware. Sweet. All right. Next. We need to do... Oh, I need to grab... Nope. Stem. Okay, why isn't it not happy still? Egg? Are you serious? It needs more eggs. All right, that shouldn't take too long. Okay, once that comes back, we'll get that quest completed. And then that should open up the way for the neural processing, and that leads into the final circuits. That's going to be yttrium barium cuprate. Highly advanced sock. Oh boy, we're going to need neutronium. You don't say. Neutronium, gallium arsenide. Wait a minute, what? Wetware needs neutronium? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I forgot there's backup recipes. Of course there is. Or, I mean, alternate recipes. So, let's see here. There's the advanced SMD, nano CPU, crystal CPU. Okay, that's a lot more manageable. All right. That should be done hopefully quickly. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, well, never mind on that front. Let's get going on making the neuro, and we'll worry about quest book credit later. Right, so this is going to be another circuit assembler. Probably need to make sure we're on ZPM for the circuit. I'm not certain on that. Oh, wait, here we go. I forgot about this. Right, so we're going to need to make the Wetware printed circuit board. We're going to need to make skulk vein. And that's going to be LCR. Wait a minute, aren't I doing a thing where I have my LCR auto-stocked? Not quite. But what I could do is put the recipe in here and then have a arm here that will automatically, we will put a skulk back in there if it runs out. All right, so we're going to do skulk catalyst. And then we need to connect this up to the main network. There we go. If I take that out, boom, cool. Okay, so let's go put that back in. Pop back over. All right, so we're going to want to do skulk vein. That's going to be an LCR. CR. Now, if I ask for that, it's still going to take about 12 seconds. Something's not happy. Why? One skull cattle. Wait, is it even? What? Dog? That's a little unfortunate. Unless I do this. Okay, that was a bummer. All right, I'm gonna have to change that up then. Gonna have to make another LCR for that. So we got the skulk veins at least. Wetware? All right, so what's everything looking like? We had the stem cells, sodium. Okay, that's on auto stock, so that should be fine. And one more time, wetware goes into the LCR. Excuse me. Boop. If I'm not mistaken, it should also be the spout LUV ZPM speed. Okay, that's fine. Yep, all right, that's making just fine. Cool. Wetware printed circuit, baby. All right. Next on that agenda. Did we get the eggs back yet? There we go. All right, that quest is done. All right. Neuroprocessing unit. So another clean room situation. Oh my gosh. 100 buckets? Jesus. All right, well, I'm gonna have to go down to my circuit assembler. Oop. I'm gonna need to see just how much space we have. Although that being said, or also being said, I see we're getting low on time, so I might just have to call this an episode. Or what am I doing? Input hatch. Let's go that. Let's get that 128. Oh. So I got quite a bit of sterilized, but probably am going to want more. So let me do this. Or actually, rather, I think this is going to be a good end for today's episode. Next episode, we'll come back and try to get into some of this wetware. That will lead the way to tier 9. We still kind of need to look into the upgraded EBF. Oh, that's the rotary hearth furnace. Yeah, it's a big boy. But there's also the upgraded blast chiller, which is also a big boy. But I think this will be easier to tackle next. So I'm probably going to need to find and make a room for both the chiller and the rotary hearth furnace. Besides all that, so we have the T7 microminer we made, yes. And that leads the way down to here. We'll eventually need to get into cryococcus and then work towards the T8 miner. So you see that T9 unlocks the way for the mega alloy blast smelter. A mega alloy blast smelter. Oh yeah, like yeah. And there's neutronium. Metallic omnium. Oh yeah, that's where this is where the fun comes into play. We're gonna have to get a lot of materials. All right. Well, I think that will be it for today. If you did enjoy, please leave a like or comment down below. And I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.